Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatimah binti Mak Fazli. My team member Muhammad Hasib bin Hassan, Muhammad Izzu bin Samri, and Satish anak lagi Santana Sami. On the assignment, we choose chemical hazard. Introduction. What is a chemical hazard? A chemical hazard is any substance that can cause a health problem when ingested or inhaled. They include toxin, dangerous chemical, residue of excess chemical used in processing food products. If your facility follow good manufacturing practices, you can prevent chemical hazard.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hasib bin Hassan. I will discuss about type of chemical hazard. Okay, first is irritant chemical. Second, sensitizer. Third one, toxic chemical. And amphibians. Next, anesthetic and narcotic. Systematic poison. Respirator fibrinogen. And carcinogen. First, we go to irritant chemical. Unirritant chemical is one which is not corrosive, but which cause a reversible inflammatory effect on living tissue by chemical action at the site of contact. For example of irritating chemical as solvent and smoke. Second one is sensitizer. Sensitizer is a substance that can cause exposed people to develop an allergic reaction in normal tissue after repeated exposure to the substance. Example of the sensitizer is diazometate, various isoniates, formaldehyde, benzylic, and allylic halides. Third one is toxic chemical. A toxic substance is a substance that can be poisonous or cause health effect. People are generally concerned about the chemicals like polychlorinated biphenyls and dioxin, which can be found at some hazardous site. The example of toxic chemical is ammonia, acid, bleach, chlorine, and carbon monoxide. Okay, next we discuss about amphibians. Chemical amphibians which interfere with the transportation or absorption of oxygen in the body, include hydrogen, cyanide, and carbon monoxide. They should be treated as toxic gas, meaning that alert specific SOP is required. The next is anesthetic and narcotic. Narcotic analgesics are usually administered for the relief of the severe pain associated with fracture, burn, renal, colic, coronary occlusion, while the non-narcotic analgesics are generally given for headache, muscular, and pain of inflammatory origin. Example of narcotic is fentanyl, morphine, and hydromorphone. The next is systematic poison. Systematic toxin is one that affects the entire body or many organs rather than a specific site. For example, potassium cyanide is a systematic toxin in that it affects virtually every cell and organ in the body by interfering with the cell ability to utilize oxygen. Example of systematic poison is potassium cyanide. Okay, next, respirator fibrinogen. The hazard of particulate matter is influenced by the toxic and size and morphology of the particles. The critical size of dust particle is 0.5 to 0 micro. Since dust can become deposited in the respirator, ocellus, and alveoli. For example, of respirator fibrinogen is free crystalline silica. Okay, next, and the last one of type of chemical hazard is carcinogen. Carcinogen is a substance, organism, or agent capable of causing cancer. Carcinogen may occur naturally in the environment, such as ultraviolet ray in sunlight, certain virus, or may be generated by humans, such as automobile exhaust, fumes, and cigarette smoke. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Okay. Today I want to present about chemical hazard. Okay. Okay, chemical hazard is presented by Muhammad Izul bin Zamri with metric card B08221057 Okay, the table of content, I will explain about symbol. And for your knowledge, there are many chemical hazards in the laboratory. So I will discuss about 9 symbols today. Okay, the first symbol is head hazard. Head hazard is a cancer-causing agent, carcinogen, or substance with respiratory, reproductive, or organ toxicity that causes damage over time, a chronic or long-term head hazard. The second symbol is flame. Flammable materials or substance liable to self-ignite when exposed to water or air, ferrophoric, or which emit flammable gas. Okay, the third symbol is exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is an immediate skin, eye, or respiratory tract irritant or narcotic. The fourth symbol is gas cylinder. Gases stored under pressure such as ammonia or liquid nitrogen. The fifth symbol is corrosion. Corrosion is materials causing skin corrosion or burning or eye damage on contact or that are corrosive to metals. The sixth symbol is exploding bomb. Explosive, including organic peroxides and highly unstable material at risk of exploding even without exposure to air, self-reactive. Seventh symbol is flame over circle. Flame over circle is identifies oxidizers. Oxidizers are chemicals that facilitate burning or make fire burn hotter and longer. Okay, for the eighth symbol is skull and crossbones. This meaning substances such as poisons and highly concentrated acids which have an immediate and severe toxic effect, acute toxicity. Okay, but last but not least is environmental hazard. Environmental hazard is chemical toxic to aquatic wildlife, non-mandatory. Okay, that's all for the 9 symbols I have talked about today. I hope you all can learn more about the symbol of chemical hazard. Thank you for me.
Hi everyone, my name is Satish Analaki Santanasamy, and today I would like to talk about how to prevent chemical hazard and safe chemical handling. Okay, the definition of chemical hazard is inherent properties or characteristic of a chemical substance that can potentially cause harm to human health, the environment, or a property. Chemical hazard can arise from many sources such as industrial process, laboratories, household products, and natural occurrences. This can include toxic chemicals, flammable substances, and reactive compounds. Safe chemical handling means the proper practices and precautions that has to be taken to minimize the risk of accidents, injuries, and exposure to hazardous substance during the use, storage, and disposal of chemical in the laboratories. It will minimize the risk of exposure to hazardous substance and prevent accidents. It will also ensure the well-being of individual and the environment. Okay, this slide shows how to prevent chemical hazard and safe chemical handling. First of all, we should understand the chemicals. We should be familiarized with the chemicals before handling them. We should also read and understand safety data sheets, SDS. SDS contains important information about the hazard, proper handling, storage, and emergency procedure for each chemicals. Furthermore, handle chemicals in designated areas. We should perform chemical handling in designated areas only. The designated areas for handling chemicals are laboratories and well-ventilated workplaces. Okay, in addition, we should follow proper disposal procedures. We should dispose according to local regulation and guidelines. We should also use designated waste collection and disposal method. We should never dispose the chemical into drains or trash, which can cause harm to the environment. Okay, finally, we should store chemicals appropriately. We should store the designated storage areas that are secure, well ventilated and away from incompatible substances. We should also have proper labeling to each and every chemicals to prevent the hazard, and it will show how to avoid them. By having proper labeling, it will also prevent from accidental mixing, which can cause bad reactions. Okay, in a nutshell, consistently practicing safe chemical handling procedures and individuals can minimize the risk associated with working with hazardous substances. No safety, no pain. No safety, no pain. That's all from me. Thank you.
Conclusion. We conclude that chemical exposure may cause or contribute to many serious health effects, such as heart ailment, kidney and lung damage, sclerosing, cancer, burn, and rashes. If you come across chemical, please be more careful. That's all from us. Thank you.